Hello, my cutie patooties, and welcome the frick in. We are here live with my Twitch. Twitch, would you like to say hello to the YouTube gang? We are going to be listening to some Slipknot. This is the live at Download 2009, and this is the song called Everything Ends. Just want to give a little trigger warning for this one. It does discuss self-harm, so if that is something that is triggering for you, please take care of yourself. Your mental health is a million times more important than watching me talk about a music video for 10 minutes. So take care of yourself first and foremost. But for those of you that would like to watch, we're going to jump into it.
You are wrong, fucked and overrated. I think I'm gonna be sick and it's your fault. This is the end of everything. You are the end of everything. I haven't slept since I woke up. I thought my whole life was a lie, motherfucker. This is the end of everything.
The mosh is starting.
You're the end of everything. Let's fucking go. I love you, wait, but I guess I don't care them all. Oh, big my problems with the blood. My eyes look up blue, the gray. Now the worst thing happened to me today, but I guess I don't care them all. No.
Oh my gosh. Grungy, fast-paced, and chaotic. And I think that is reflective, you know, of the mental state of what the song is talking about. So there was a moment too where I could even hear like an inhalation from Corey, and I'm like, Corey, man, breathe. So we're gonna go through the lyrics. You are wrong, fucked, and overrated. I think I'm gonna be sick and it's your fault. This is the end of everything. You are the end of everything. I haven't slept since I woke up and found my whole life was a lie, motherfucker. This is the end of everything. This is the end of everything. And then we go into the first verse, because that's the intro. Shallow skin, I can't paint with pain. I mark the trails on my arms with your disdain. Every day it's the same. I love you, you hate, and I guess I don't care anymore. Oh, I fix my problems with the blade, while my eyes turn from blue to gray. God, the worst thing happened to me today, but I guess I don't care anymore. Fuck. You are wrong, fucked, and overrated. I think I'm gonna be sick, and it's your fault. This is the end of everything. You are the end of everything. I haven't slept since I woke up, and I found my whole life was a lie. Motherfucker, this is the end of everything. You are the end of everything. So, definitely feels like, you know, that it feels like that spiral. Feels like that spiral of all of those dark thoughts, negative thoughts, like just there's no like just stuck in the dark, you know, in a sense. And because there's so many times where he says, I guess I don't care anymore, but I guess I don't care anymore. And like over and over and over. And he also, like, it sounds like maybe something happened to trigger this emotion, kind of like a last straw moment. So there's a lot of, it's your fault. You are the end of everything. Like, it sounds like there was kind of a last straw that happened, and this is like the internal monologue that's going on inside of his head, being like, this is fucked, and this is fucked, and like, this is your fault, and this is the end, and, you know, that whole chaotic thought process that's going on. But in the second portion of the chorus, I haven't slept since I woke up, and I found my whole life was a lie. Mother. And so it sounds like kind of after getting to that point that there is that reflection that, holy crap, everything I've gone through is, well, he calls it a lie, but kind of like is not the truth of the reality that I'm in. Like, it's not, maybe that's a weird way to put it, but like, when you are spiraling down, you know, a deep dark hole, and there's just no end to it, it's very isolating, it's very narrow, and it just seems like that's it. You know, like there is no other option. There is no making it better. Like, I've never been, you know, to this extent, so I can't relate to this extent, but I can relate to, I've struggled with anxiety pretty much all of my life, and I do remember those moments where it's just like it feels like I'm emotionally stuck in this one space, and like that's it. There's no getting out of this situation. There's no after this situation. There's no, like, what am I after this? Like, this is it. And it's incredibly narrow. Like, your whole world just kind of comes to a point, and you feel like you don't have any options. But in this phrase, he says, I haven't slept since I woke up. So kind of like, my eyes are wide now. There's so many possibilities. I can't sleep, you know, and found this whole life was a lie. Everything that I'd been telling myself, everything that I'd been going through, you know, like, it doesn't have to be that way, I think is kind of what that's saying. Because there is an important quote that goes along with this song that is supposedly from Corey Taylor himself. And he says about the song, it's about the last time I tried to commit the end of myself. And more to the point, the first day I figured out what life was all about. It's the last day in a life I don't want to remember, and about the first day in a life that I am living right now. So it's, I think that turning point in the chorus is kind of what he's talking about in that. But we're going to continue this.
Everything I see reminds me of fun. I gotta wish I didn't care anymore. The more I touch, the less I feel. Remind myself that it's not real. When it's everybody thinks it's a big fucking deal. Never gonna care anymore. No.
Oh my god. They're so chaotic, man. What is happening? Frick, Corey.
Make some noise if you're alive down low.
You can just imagine being at that concert and just be like, Lori's harsh vocals,
Is that
man, is so freaking gritty. Oh my god. Also, I feel like watching older stuff of Slipknot's, they're such goofballs on stage. Like, they're such goofballs. Like, they're all just vibing out. They're throwing sticks at each other. They're, like, doing pull-ups on Sean's freaking drums while it's spinning around. Like, they're such goofballs. Such goofballs. We're gonna look at the lyrics here because there was something specific. Because they, in the verse 2, my flaws are the only thing left that's pure, can't really live, can't really endure, everything I see reminds me of her. So I think that's placing, again, this is in a spiral. And sometimes trying to make sense of why you're feeling a certain way and having it all be one particular person's fault or one particular thing's fault, you know, you might get that thought process. And I don't know the situation, but sometimes you're having a ton of emotions and it's been a buildup of thing after thing after thing after thing. And then it's kind of like that final straw, and then you just unleash all of it on that one final thing, even though it's been a buildup, you know? So that's what I get. That's the sense I get from this. God, I wish I didn't care anymore. The more I touch, the less I feel. Mind to myself that it's not real. Why is everybody making such a big fucking deal? It's never gonna pure anymore. And then he goes into the chorus with "You are the end of everything," and then when we get to the bridge, he says, what the hell am I doing? Is there anyone left in my life? What the fuck was I thinking? Anybody want to tell me I'm fine? Where the hell am I going? Do I even need a reason to hide? I am only betrayed. I am only conditioned to die. So it's very, like, heavy thinking. And then it goes back into the chorus, you know, this is the end of everything. You are the end of everything. So, yeah, it's definitely this kind of mental spiral. And I mean, the music is fast-paced, chaotic. You have, you know, even with the guitar, it has that in certain parts where I really need to learn the term for that instead of just making a sound. But it's kind of like if you've ever listened to Muse Plug-in Baby at the very beginning with the guitar, kind of like when you go to plug into the amp, but then like you don't quite plug it in all the way and it's like it makes that sound kind of, but obviously more refined and on purpose in this particular sense. But it's like that kind of like when you listen to like a vocal break, you know, like it's put in there on purpose and it gives it a certain energy, texture, you know. And yeah, so there's all that stuff going on. But that was really fun to listen to, just because of all of the chaos that is happening. And but yeah, I enjoyed that. So thank you very much for recommending that. Again, I just do want to say, you know, if this did affect you, please make sure that you take care of yourself. Reach out to friends, family, get outside, and make sure that you're taking care of yourself. First and foremost, your mental health matters. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.